I love the James Bond franchise, but I also love laughing at the James Bond franchise because there are some truly dumb moments in the history of the James Bond series, and in this video we're going to talk about some of the most bonehead moments in all of James Bond. If you love James Bond, please subscribe to this channel. I've got a playlist of all my James Bond stuff in the description below, rankings, reviews, all that good stuff. I love to talk about James Bond, and if you do, you might want to consider subscribing. Number 10 is James Bond freely discussing his secret identity in Diamonds Are Forever. This guy would be sacked on the spot. There are moments in this film where Sean Connery's Bond is literally discussing with Tiffany Case, who is a criminal nonetheless, about James Bond. James Bond is known in Diamonds Are Forever. James Bond is world known. How can he be known across the world and not be dead on sight in seconds every time he walks down the street?
Is he dead?
I sincerely hope so.
My God. You just killed James Bond.
Is that who it was? Well, it just proves no one's indestructible.
You don't kill James Bond and sit around waiting for the cops to arrive.
This is so silly because it takes away any severity and any kind of edginess or excitement from the series, because it's like everyone knows who Bond is. That's stupid. He's a spy. If everyone knows who he is, how does he even do his job remotely? It takes away any of the convincing spy aura and themes that this series had. And I love how they just so happily to just discard of it in Diamonds Are Forever. It's such a stupid moment in pretty much a stupid film. I do quite like Diamonds Are Forever in some moments, but it's ultimately stupid for things like that. Number 9 is Die Another Day being such a missed opportunity. Now, Pierce Brosnan was still wanting to carry on with the character, and he wanted to take it in a more serious direction. Yeah, the filmmakers clearly didn't, or they just wanted to tease you. The opening of Die Another Day is one of the greatest in the series. You know, it has Bond get captured, everyone thinks he's dead, he gets tortured, it's serious, it's edgy, and after that, the movie's just dumb nonsense. One of the most dumbest James Bond movies there is. I could just put Die Another Day on this list, you know, as an actual category of his own, but I'm putting on Die Another Day being a missed opportunity because that opening is so good. Because the rest of the movie is so dumb. It's such a contrast. It feels like two different films, and it's a real shame because there was no need to get camper and camper at this point. There was a need to tone it down a little, and Pierce Brosnan would have been great if he had got to do that. Number 8 is the car flip sound in The Man with the Golden Gun. If you don't know what this is, you'll know as soon as you see it. Let's watch it, let's reminisce, let's watch one of the most stupid moments in all of Bond. That is one of the coolest car stunts ever, and it's ruined by a cartoon sound effect. I'm watching it, I have to turn down the sound on that bit, I really do. Man with the Golden Gun is dumb enough, but I have to turn down the sound on that bit. I can't deal with how camp that is. I'm not a big fan of sound effects being put in movies anyway in that respect, because it always just comes across as artificial. And this kind of just breaks the fourth wall, and it's kind of poking fun at what is actually a really amazing stunt. Number 7 is James Bond's so-called revenge in Diamonds Are Forever. Now, George Lazenby had just played Bond for one movie, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which has one of the most heartbreaking and meaningful endings in the series. And Sean Connery's Bond comes back and he's supposed to be getting revenge. If you haven't seen On Her Majesty's Secret Service, I will be spoiling it now. Of course, George Lazenby's Bond's wife gets shot at the end, and it's, you know, I'm surprised it's even a spoiler because everyone knows it who knows anything about Bond, and it's a really, really devastating scene. Really, really meaningful scene, really, really heartfelt scene. And then we see Sean Connery's Bond stroll back into the picture, and it's all wrapped up in about 5 minutes at the start of the film. Sean Connery literally just goes and threatens a few people to find out where Blofeld is, and then he thinks he's killed Blofeld, but he kills him. Seriously? We had just done such a moment that people remember in Bond that took Bond in a new direction. The next film's just like, yeah, Sean Connery's Bond just going to kill Blofeld in seconds and get his revenge, and it's not going to be mentioned in the whole film. The death of Bond's wife is not mentioned. And, you know, they could have really done with developing, because that seemed like the beginning of some, you know, character development for James Bond. I know we do get some mention of Tracy Bond's wife in the future films, but directly after, the whole film should have been Sean Connery's Bond going on this revenge, brutal mission against Blofeld, and it could have given the movies a new edgy dimension and a human dimension. Instead, Diamonds Are Forever starts off with this stupid revenge mission, which is like 2 minutes, and then the whole movie's dumb as a post. Number 6 is from You Only Live Twice, where James Bond has to integrate himself, pass himself off as a Japanese man. One of the most moments from the series that would never, under any circumstances, happen ever again. I can completely tell this isn't a Japanese man, so not only is it offensive and stupid and dumb, he doesn't even look like he would pass off as a Japanese man. It's like the worst makeup job ever. Bonehead, it's offensive, it's stupid, it's silly, and I just never resonated with that. Even as a kid, I saw right through the disguise and I was like, who in the name of God would buy this man as a Japanese man? It's stupid and dumb, and it looks terrible. It's one of the worst makeup jobs in any movie ever. Number 5 on the list, James Bond goes to space in Moonraker. Moonraker, I quite like the first half of the film. I can't deal with the space stuff. I just think it's so cheesy, so bonkers, so ridiculous. It's more so the way that no one makes a big deal about going to space. It's like, we're going to space, guys, and Bond's just like, yeah, I've got some sandwiches, or, you know, see you in a bit, I'm going to bloody space. It's really nonsensical, and none of the characters care that they're in space. You know, nothing's made of it, and that's because the movie's essentially just a light-hearted romp, and I know that's what it is. But if you're going to take Bond to space, already you're dealing with such a wild proposal. You know, you need to give it some kind of grandiose feeling. I love the lasers, I love the laser fights, but that's all I like. I know it was revolutionary at the time, I know that people did like it and had fun with it, Moonraker grossed a lot, but for me, it always felt wrong. Even as a kid, I always felt like a bit like, what is going on here? This is taking it too ridiculous. We can't have James Bond go into space, otherwise there's no limits. This is not a spy series anymore. It's a wild kind of anything can happen whatsoever series. And I like Bond where it's in the middle, you know, where it is a bit crazy, but it's still focused on spy life. You can't just go to the bloody moon. Number 4 is the Bond girl Goodnight from Man with the Golden Gun. Yes, she herself is responsible for some of the dumbest moments. And it's such a disrespect to Britt Ekland, who's a great actress. Don't know what they were doing with this Bond girl. She is the worst Bond girl of all time. She is patronising to women. She's written terribly. She's got no dimension to herself. She's got no brains. She's got no intelligence. She even has lines in this where she literally says she is there for Bond's amusement.
What made you change your mind?
I'm weak.
Even at this point, Bond had some strong women, but they just literally took all the brains and all of the strength and all the character out of Goodnight, and she's almost offensive. I didn't really like how Bond treated her. He treated her like shit in the film. And Britt Ekland was annoying. They made her character accidentally set off fucking missiles with her arse, backing into it with her arse. I'm like, what is this? And she was walking around the villain's lair at the end in a bikini, just for the sake of it. She didn't feel like she should be there. She wasn't believable as a secret agent. She makes Denise Richards in The World Is Not Enough look like the most proficient Bond girl of all time. I don't know what happened here. Britt Ekland's great, but Goodnight was just really cringe. And number 3 is The Invisible Car from Die Another Day. Die Another Day, again, I've talked about it early on the list. It's so stupid, it's so unbelievably bonehead. You know, I try and give it a chance whenever I watch it, but I just end up watching it, what in the hell is going on here? How did you come up with all this? Die Another Day feels like a Bond film. They just threw everything into the film. Everything in the kitchen sink into the film. And it just doesn't work, because there's just sequences of Bond using his gadgets, which are so CGI laden and fake looking, and for example, the invisible car. You know, it's going too far. Again, we need some level of believability. And I know it's like mirrors and it's lights and it's invisible, and I think this can be done in real life, I don't know. But it's like gimmick, it's such a gimmick. It's like, now Bond has an invisible car, what else would he do next? It's like, we don't need that. We don't need that. It was like they were just kind of top themselves with the gadgets at this point. The only positive is that John Cleese is Q in this, and John Cleese is the one who introduces the invisible car. John Cleese is Q, probably the only good thing in Die Another Day. And number 2 is James Bond quite literally dressed as a bloody clown. I mean, we had seen it all at this point in Roger Moore's Bond, you know, underwater cars, going to the moon, all this stuff. And then we see Roger Moore's Bond dressed as a clown, running around like a donut, trying to convince people that a bomb's about to go off. It's one of the most cringe-worthy moments in all of James Bond history, and I can't believe Roger Moore agreed to it. He literally is running around like an idiot, running around looking so stupid, trying to convince people that a bomb's going to go off. And when you have literally put a character on screen as a clown, you are saying he's a clown. I don't care what excuses they have. Can't deal with that. You know, it's quite literally making your main character a joke. And he comes across like a joke, almost like Roger Moore in that few moments tries to act like a clown also. And it's like, I don't want to see this as a James Bond fan. Bugger off, Roger. That's what it made me feel like. I love Roger Moore's Bond, but it made me want to see him bugger off. You're just going to make him look stupid at this point. And number 1, for me, the dumbest moment in all of James Bond, here it is. Jaws gets a girlfriend. What the fuck? So Jaws is the, you know, terrifying, imposing, great henchman in James Bond. He's got the, you know, the crazy teeth. He's about 7'5" tall. I think more actually. And he's terrifying. When you see him in Spy Who Loved Me, he's a great henchman, a great villain. And I love the fight that Roger Moore has with him. I love the way the actor carries the performance. I really do love the thing about that. And in Moonraker, they make him completely a joke. Not only are you taking Bond to the moon, you're also making one of the greatest henchmen in the series a joke, an actual joke. What happens is, out of nowhere, Jaws turns good and he meets a girlfriend. This terrifying villain, this horrible presence who has killed people up to this point, who is literally a serial killer, you're supposed to now think, oh, bless him, aren't they so cute? What the hell? Seriously. Like, and, you know, Jaws is pure evil. You know, you can't just melt Jaws' heart by meeting a cute girl, a love at first sight girl. You know, I don't know why they chose to do that. I genuinely don't. I think it's because just for a bit of a novelty, just for a stupid idea, Jaws falls in love, you can melt his heart. Maybe it was because fans liked him so much, they wanted him to be a good guy. But he's a villain that you love to hate. He's a villain you love to fear. There's so many memorable moments with Jaws on screen where he looks like such a menace, such a terrifying presence. And he has some great fights, but then you just strip away all of his intimidation and you just make him this sweet, kind, misunderstood man who's responsible for about 9,000 murders at this point. From that point on, whenever I watch Spy Who Loved Me, I can't take Jaws seriously because I know that in like a year or so, he settles down for a nice little life in the country. There you have it, guys, a bit of a fun video just looking back at some of the stupidest moments in the Bond franchise. Let me know some of your dumbest moments, because God knows there are more. Let me know some of yours in the comments below. If you love to talk about James Bond, I have a playlist of Bond reviews in the description. I have some videos on the screen now. Subscribe to this channel because I talk about Bond on a regular basis, and I also geek out over movies. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time.